So putting out a review on Let's Eat 1 and Let's Eat 2. Let's start off with Let's Eat 1. I like Let's Eat 1 because it's the food. I thought at first it was a food critique contest show, but I was wrong. It was a K-drama. The nice thing is that they featured a lot of Korean food. Sometimes when I eat in a Korean restaurant, I would eat one after the other, but this show just shows you how to stack them up, combine certain types of food. The tight shots are just so good. Like, if you're a foodie, you would absolutely love this. I myself am like a semi-foodie. I just love trying to understand texture, understanding ingredients, trying out good food and different types of cuisine. So if you're someone like that, you would definitely enjoy this. They have a very good cast, and this show not only relies on the main characters, the supporting characters are also very good, and their backstories are also very good. Dae-young is a salesman, and he's a foodie, and he keeps, and this is not a spoiler because this is part of the plot, he keeps a food vlog. And the good thing about being a salesman, which this show highlighted, is the truth that salesmen practically travel from one point to the next and get reassigned from one territory to the next. And if you've been a salesman for a long time, you are the most reliable person to ask on which places would serve the best type of food. Most of my best friends, they're from the sales team, and I kid you not, they should be food vloggers. They should really keep a food vlog. I myself have been assigned to several territories, and I know where to eat. I know which restaurant to refer. I know which would be a nice wine place. But I still believe that salespeople, they take the cake. And yeah, they're really good friends. Miss Lee, or So-kyung, she naturally loves food. It may seem like she eats a lot. I kind of can relate to this because I do eat a lot. When I order food with my colleagues on a regular lunch out, it feels like we're having a fiesta. Variety and spread. People always wonder how come we don't really get fat. Well, we do get fat, but it's just that we try to manage it with exercise, but also that is the same reason why we don't get thin. So if you're wondering why some people don't get fat despite having lots of food, that's also precisely the reason why they're not stick thin. Like, I cannot let go of my cheeks. I just love food, and I kind of like relate with Miss Lee in that aspect. I'm super weak with food. Normally, if you tell me, let's eat, I'm not even gonna ask where or how or what cuisine or what are we gonna eat. I'm just like, come on, let's go. Let's decide when we get there. It's so relatable. It's true. I mean, it's like women do behave like that. I really believe so. Women behave like that. Overall, they can eat attractively while still looking like it's natural eating. If I eat a ramen, I would have so much in my chin. I would really be messy. I can't even handle seafood without having a bib. I'm sure everything will smell like food for me. I would have all those splashes in my face. And even with the noodle, when they eat the noodle, usually when I handle a noodle, and I'm gonna get a chopstick just to demonstrate to you. So usually when I eat a noodle, I would use a chopstick to push the noodle into my mouth, part by part of the noodle. But for them, they really just suck the noodle with their lips up to the very tips. They really do this and suck to the very tips, and normally if I do that, I would have so much splashes in my face with all the broth, but they just handle it very well. They might have suffered a lot of burns somehow because they show the food being taken from the serving pot and usually it's hot. You can really see steam coming from the pot, and they would really eat it, and they would normally eat it like in full. Kdrama is probably the best person in terms of those tight shots. I think that he is a natural when he sucks in for air just to make sure that it's not too hot inside his mouth. It looks natural. It looks like most of my friends, my guy friends who eat a lot and they don't want to burn their tongue. It makes me remember how good it felt having lunch with my colleagues, how good it felt having dinner with my closest friends, and eating out with my family. I miss that a lot, and if you're someone who missed that because of the pandemic, just go watch Let's Eat and it will give you feel-good memories. Kdrama just feels like he's having a mini documentary of the food in every episode. He just explains how that type of food is good and shouldn't be dismissed. He also gives us a glimpse of the culture of South Korea, of how they decided to prepare certain types of food, of how they decided to store them, or how they decided to eat them. You get to understand their behavior and their culture just by those small snippets from Daeyoung. It's really a feel-good comedy. It's not even revolving around romance or swoon-worthy kind of topics. You would even forget about why there's a main actor and actress, because it really revolves around the stories of each of the characters, and they just click together. Whatever romance might be inserted in there is a plus. The only downside, I think, is that there's very little backstory with the main character, which was really odd, and probably that's the reason why they have Let's Eat too. Some people have been drawn to it because of the pet, Barassi, and if you're a dog lover, you might also be drawn to it. I think that they've treated that dog very, very well. So very, very smart dog. Overall, it will not be something like a tall for you. You just have to get past episode 4, because episodes 1 to 4 can be very much of a build-up of the characters, and sometimes it feels like the build-up is too random. Like, is there really a plot to this? It's not boring at all, but after episode 4, you will really get into the story and really understand how this kind of totally different approach of having food and K-drama rolled into one is really interesting. I hope that you guys got an idea about Let's Eat 1 and why you should watch it without giving you any spoilers. And if you want to check out Let's Eat 2, I'll be posting a review as well about why you should watch Let's Eat 2. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and if you need to go out, please wear a mask. Bye!